Are you fortunate enough to have access to good clothing or personal care items? I was fortunate enough to have a support system who provided me with personal care items and clothing as I grew older. Unfortunately, there are children who lack personal items that are beneficial to their health, and in addition, they do not have proper clothing. Clothing Across America is a nonprofit organization that partners with variations of shelters across the United States. They provide care items such as clothing, blankets, and more to people in need, including veterans, homeless, troubled youth, single mothers, and more. My purpose today is to persuade my audience to join a good cause and help provide these materials to people who may need them. I will explain how you can make contributions to help fund these needs for individuals previously mentioned. I've educated myself on the organization at hand and have also known individuals that didn't have access to these needs growing up. Today in my speech, I will be explaining how you can contribute to the distribution of basic living needs such as hygienic products, clothing, blankets, and more to people who may be in need. Clothing Across America was founded by Diane Bishop. She's had nonprofit organization success for over 20 years, and her organization values consist of helping those in need, doing the right thing, and help people restore their dignity. They work to freely distribute living needs to areas of poverty across the United States. The amount of people in the U.S. that need better access to their personal needs and good clothing is drastic, but there are ways that you can help. Understand that there are people in dire need of items you have access to daily. People across the U.S. are stricken by poverty and cannot always afford needs of living. United for Alice is a program that measures the struggles of households with incomes that are limited. They state that nearly 42% of families are below the poverty line in 2024. Contributing factors vary amongst families. Recent increases in grocery prices, living expenses, gas, and consumer goods have made it difficult for families to obtain their needs. In a journal article titled, "You Can't Sacrifice Nothing," exploring the lived realities of chronic poverty and the cost of living crisis through participating research by authors Holly White, Nancy Wins, and Kim Ross, they state that lingering effects of COVID, political shifts, and economic instability have all affected the prices of daily living expenses, which further contributes to poverty across America. Understanding what is causing these families to lack the needs is only a part of the solution. Next, you should consider different ways to actually contribute. There are multiple ways you can make an impact on somebody's life. You can easily contribute to somebody less fortunate than you by curating goods and donating them to Clothing Across America. This organization provides different types of clothing in areas across the United States who may not have access to them. Their networking with over 700 different shelters allows them to donate these goods directly to people in need. By contributing to these donations and these goods, you greatly help others. You are doing something good, you display good character, and you help families that may not have proper access to living needs. According to the Ann E. Casey Foundation, an estimated 24 million children have parents incapable of providing them with new clothes. Now, understanding what causes these incapabilities and what you can do to contribute is important, but now you must put them to action in good use. To positively impact the lives of the less fortunate, we must individually do our part to ensure we can provide them with as much service as possible. This organization donates brand new clothing and personal care items to people in need. They allow people willing to contribute to send bags of supplies to help. You can also donate money to this organization to help them provide these needs. Clothing isn't just a necessity. It's a form of expression and something that can create confidence within an individual. Scholars Rachel Patel and Sinj K.N. wrote an article titled "The Psychological Impact of Clothing on Mental Status." They explain how clothes can impact a person's confidence and self-esteem, saying that clothing is no longer seen as a necessity. Clothing was, is, and will be worth more for motivational and purposeful purposes in the future. People like to look and feel good. They need confidence to ensure security for their future. I will now be providing you with different ways you can support the less fortunate through Clothing Across America. You can directly contact Clothing Across America if your area is in need of materials. Furthermore, they allow care bag donations, which go directly to those in need. Lastly, you can donate money to this organization, where all of the earnings will go toward the distribution of these materials to people in need across America. All the gathered materials are directly distributed to over 700 partner shelters across America. Monetary donations help this organization be able to provide new clothing and personal care items. If you don't feel comfortable donating money, you can donate your own bag of curated goods. You can make a positive impact on the less fortunate by following these steps. Go to clothingacrossamerica.org, find the donation tab, choose one of the many ways listed. If you have any questions, contact the organization directly using the Contact Now tab. Once you have made a decision, submit your donation or ship your care package. Providing for the less fortunate can be challenging. If we work together, we can surely tackle this problem. By contributing to this organization, you are providing people without access to goods, clothes, and care items, and give them a way to adequately obtain their needs. Could you live without basic needs such as a home, the clothes on your back, or food in your fridge? Without the help of Clothing Across America, many Americans across the country will lack these basic needs. They'll look for other ways to obtain them, sometimes unethically or at the cost of another need. If you're blessed enough to have these needs, why not consider making a donation to someone who does not? Individuals who go without their basic needs often develop low self-esteem, and do not get equal opportunities in life. We need to ensure everybody has the opportunity to feel good about themselves to create equal opportunities. I've gone over different ways you can make contributions in this ongoing problem in America and what Clothing Across America has done to prevent and solve this problem. Hopefully, I have persuaded my audience today to consider their own needs and compare them to those who are less fortunate. I hope you can contribute to the distribution of living needs and help assess these individuals. You should educate yourself further and make a decision regarding a donation today at clothingacrossamerica.com.